stand up. Okay, relax.
Yeah.
Now take a deep breath. Let it out all the way through.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Shit, dog.
So let's talk about show 17. Before the show, we had a day off in Seattle, Washington. One of my favorite places for many different reasons. One, they appreciate hip hop. We've been going there since day one. You know, home of Sir Mix-a-Lot. Baby Got Back, Put It on the Glass, Posse on Broadway and such. Home of Nirvana, Soundgarden, and many other greats. What's not to love about Seattle? People say the weather. I say fuck that. The weather's great. It's nice and cool the way I like it. Hence Mr. Freeze. So we started with the day off. It was great. Got there. Did our usual wake and bake breakfast club deal, you know, but in the chase to get those steps in, we decided, you know, hey, we're in Seattle, we're in Washington, we're in a place that you know, we've been coming for a long time, that we love so much, that's always embraced us. Fucking walk around. So we went to Pike's place, looking for a place to grub. You know what I'm saying? It was lunchtime about this time, so we're looking for a place to grub. And we're smoking weed freely because that's what we do. Especially if you're in Washington, Seattle, Washington, where it's legal here, yeah. So we're walking around Pike's place. Very, you know, it's a very popular market area here. And it's where you buy seafood. Where you see the fish get tossed up, not salads, but fish.
Think of like Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. It's like, it's a fish market, always packed with people. It's basically a tourist spot. And, you know, we were looking for some place to eat, and we were gonna go to a couple of restaurants we had in mind.
So as we're walking, you know, we get to a certain point, and there's some po-pos to the right of us. They were 3 o'clock, as they say, you know, when you're looking at the fucking clock, right? They were 3 o'clock to us. I didn't really pay attention to them because, you know, my bacon scanner is always turned off. I got no problems. Just go. Especially in a city that's legalized, because that's all I got is weed. When Trey says, yo, they're mad dogging us. I'm like, cool. Popo's over there, 3 o'clock. Boom. I look, sure enough. And they were looking at us for certain. Then I go, and then they go, yeah. And then I said, don't worry, Trace. Got this. And we keep pushing. And smoking. And pushing. And smoking. You know, we finally get to a destination after so many steps. We had our lunch. It was great. After lunch, we said, let's walk this food off, baby. You know what I mean? Because we've been getting our step game on.
It's crazy because, like, there's a lot of hills where the Pike Place Market is to where the main street is. It's like a steep ass fucking hill. So if your legs are not in shape or you're not in shape, it's gonna take you a minute. So we all made it. We're all in kind of decent shape. So we made it.
We try to stay fit. This is a fit crew. We don't just get stoned and sit on our fucking hands and eat munchies all day. That's not who we are. People might think that that's what we do, but that is not who we are. So we walked to the Space Needle where our bus is parked close by. And that was about at least 1.5 miles away. So we had already walked 1 mile around, you know, Pike Place and the surrounding area, you know. So we said, fuck it, let's go to the bus. Gonna smoke out on the bus, watch a movie, you know what I'm saying? Netflix on, it's a day off, let's just chill. We can't smoke in any of the rooms, it's just too small. So we said, fuck it, the bus is our apartment because it's just big enough. And so, you know, we make our trek to the bus, and on the way there we see the Space Needle. Cool shit. If you're ever in Seattle, go witness it. It's a fucking wondrous thing, right?
Space Needle is one of the most iconic monuments, I guess, in the States. You know, everybody that comes to Seattle, they want to see the Space Needle. I don't know how high it is or whatnot, but it is a sight to see. And there's also the Museum of Pop Culture. They had like a bunch of stuff going on there. There seemed to be even a hip hop exhibit. We didn't get a chance to go and see. I don't know why we didn't do it. That wasn't really the plan. The plan was to get to the bus and to get smoking. Now, mind you, I didn't smoke, but I just went along for the walk.
You know, we got our smoke on, and then we walked all the way back, another 1.5 miles. But before we got to the hotel, we visited a dispensary. It had some flavors. One in particular flavor called Insane in the Brain. Spelled with a Z. Very creative. But salute, it wasn't a bad strain. Our boy Bobby got one. You know what I'm saying? And we tried it. It was good. They had a strain called Rick James that Trace got. It was a purple bud. Had some nice notes on it. It wasn't necessarily like purple we see back home, but it was a pretty good purple, especially when you got to the halfway point of the joint. The flavor really started to kick in. I mean, we didn't think much of it when we first lit it. Like Trace and I were like looking at each other, it's cool. And then we got to maybe, you know, a quarter of it where like it's tasting better, and we got to halfway, boom, the flavor smacked, bah! Just like that. It was good. They got a couple other good flavors that we're gonna enjoy later today, as a matter of fact. But after that, we traded back to the hotel, kicked it for a while, smoked out some more. Then we went to dinner, tried to get some sushi, but you know, we got shut down. Told us they didn't have any tables and reservation, 40-minute wait. They put our name on a list. We walk out, and this pretty motherfucker sprays the area we were in because he didn't like the weed smoke. When we walked out, I just took a look back, and this pretty motherfucker took a bottle of whatever and started spraying the area we were in. Fuck face, right? And did we get a call for the table? Trace puts in his number to get a table, and they said, we'll call you when a table is available in 40 minutes. We said, okay, we'll be outside. We knew this bitch was gonna play us, so we went in search of another spot, and we all said to each other, this fuckface, this biatch is not gonna call us back. And guess what? He didn't.
Matter of fact, we're still waiting for that fucking call. And maybe by the time we get back home, we'll get that call for our table at that sushi spot. So if that guy is watching,
You motherfuckers are beautiful, yo. I love that.
Yo, my name is DJ Lord of the mighty Cypress Hill. How the fuck y'all doing, Seattle?
They're there for you. Gonna bring that energy, but you got to bring it too. You cannot just dial it in or coast. Because at this point on the tour, some motherfuckers might coast because they know they're getting to the finish line, and you might be exhausted, you might be depleted, so you're holding back for the last show. We don't do that. We go 100 every time. We weren't gonna coast. We weren't gonna hold back. And they did not either. Some people can fuck off! It's what you want to see as an artist. The impact of the songs when you're trying to lead them certain places and they follow it. That's one of the best things, because you're pretty much crafting the journey for them to follow and to engage in. And yeah, man, last night in Seattle, that shit was awesome. Trace does a weekly check-in on Sen, and we're all in the car and sending love to him, and he sounded really good. I hadn't heard him on the phone for a minute, but he sounded like the Sen Dog that we know. You know what I mean? Like, full of life. And so that was good to hear the brother's voice like that, and to know that he's like hungry to come back. So, and I think it was important for him to hear from us as a group, together sending him that love, you know what I mean? And then I think it's important that, we get those shout outs from the people, in these shows, and send them to him to show the kind of love that he's getting out here while he's not out here.
Now, as you can see, one of our brothers is not here with us tonight, Sen Dog. He had a heart condition he had to deal with before we started this tour, and it didn't allow him to come on this tour, but he's in recovery, he's doing well. He will be back with us next time we come to town. He wishes he was here with y'all motherfuckers, because he loves this type of shit right here. So let's send him some love back home. On the count of 3, let's howl at the moon. 1, 2, 3.
And that's the love that they got for Sen Dog. So, it's great to see that. I think it's great for him to see that and know that they're sending the love. I mean, hey, the love from your brothers and family, that's always there, and you expect that, and that feels good. But when you see an extension of that to these fans and some of these folks who maybe are, like Cypress Hill and Sen Dog is new to them, and they're sending love back, that's strong energy. So, yeah, we carried that on from that show to now, just to get all that energy of love to the dog. So all in all, on the rating of shows, I'm gonna put that top 5, because Seattle, Washington came with it. It was a great time. Didn't have no hassle from no cops, no popos. Love Seattle, love Washington. Salute to all y'all that live out here, all y'all that came to represent Knotfest Roadshow 2022, Slipknot, Cypress Hill Horror, and salute to everybody watching right here on BREALTV. Each one teach one. Tell your friends about us. Share it out. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, like this shit.